What's good, gente? Thank you once again for tuning in. Like always, as you guys can see on the thumbnail and on the title, right? We're gonna have a good one, especially because this is not gonna be a profile when it comes to Blue Devil, and also known as Hater World. From Tunes. Actually, someone that's representing the South. At least to what he says. So someone that represents that SN. Which I don't happen to agree with that, and I believe there's a lot of Sureños that don't actually agree with the shit that fool says, right? Especially because he was scared to pull up with Cholo Juan, bro. Let's say, you know what I mean? Those are facts. But before we get started, man, and into what's going on with the whole Blue Devil, because like I said, this is not going to be a profile. This is more to talk about what's going on with the whole gold tones and old girl and the music video, right? Because this fool's trying to make it a little too much when it comes to that little music video. And I don't know what he's smoking on, right? But whatever he is smoking on, either he's predicting the future or this fool's just on like some scante. But with that being said, man, before we get started, let's make sure to hit them likes, make sure to subscribe, hit that follow, hit that notification bell, right, in case we go live, so that we can continue this conversation. Because I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to express what they feel when it comes to that video that fool made, right? Where he's actually reacting to a song and he's seeing a little too much. You know what I'm saying? He's seeing a little too much, or he's just on a good one. So apparently, Haters World, right? He ended up reacting to this video of Goldtones, where he's pulling up down south. At least to what he was saying, right? Me personally, out of the music video, I really didn't see none of that shit. That he was telling from the skirt. Like, come on, bro. I thought that he was gonna say the female's wearing a blue belt or something, right? But out of that music video, apparently, what should we call boy, man? I don't even know if I should like a porosita, right? That's what Cholo Juan ended up calling him, right? Like a porosita ended up saying a couple things off that video, as far as to a ring, with the crown that Gold Tones is over here trying to take over L.A. And just on a sick one, right? Well, you gotta understand, bro. Even though Gold Tones is from an area that is known to be up from the up north, a lot of people have actually said in videos that actually they don't really think Gold Tones is actually from a neighborhood. He's just someone that's from the Bay Area. And of course, man, a lot of people from the Bay Area are gonna have love for the Norteños, especially because those are mostly what they're around. But I honestly don't think that actually Goldtone is considered to be a norteño no more, homie. To be quite real, even if he was, he does associate or have affiliations, right? Because I'm pretty sure that old boy does pay the bag homies, for the protection fee or just to be able to do business in California, right? But we're not gonna get too much into those details. So this little Blue Devil, right? He ended up also seeing on the video that apparently there's some Sureños, and I guess he knows the Sureños that come out on the music video. So since in these last couple of years, there has been a lot of business that has been made, right? But a lot of people are seeing it since it's been made in the back, like behind the walls and all that. That why can't they make money out here together? But Blue Devil seems to be someone that he seems to be trying to be pushing a certain agenda. I understand that he is a Sureño supposedly, but he said it himself, man. He's not gonna be in the on the front line no more. He's trying to be in the back scene and fucking being a key warrior, right? So in all reality, that ain't cool, man. I honestly thinks that he's trying to start some shit. And don't get me wrong, man. There's no Norteños down south. So by him seeing this video, I guess he felt hella offended that there was Sureños working and making business money moves, right? With someone from up north. But in all reality, man, I think this fool was seeing a little too much, and he just wants to push a certain agenda, bro, when it comes to the north and south. because when people push a certain group, you're gonna get that fan base and those people that want to continue the funk, right? And you're gonna get their full support. But at the end of the day, man, we're all raza, and I honestly believe that we honestly could get along, right? It did work for a little bit behind the wall. We're not gonna get into those details. You guys already be knowing your boy doesn't really talk about shit like that. But when it comes to this fool pushing that agenda, I honestly think he's a weenie, right? Because like he said, man, he wants to have the youngsters, the ones that are out there, pretty much put in work, homie. So he's not really looking out for the youth, homie. You know, that's which is fucked up. A lot of us that do make videos, we try to prevent people to even go through some of the shit that we have in the past, right? But when it comes to this fool, right, he's over here trying to promote some other. He's promoting violence. Let's be real, right? He's trying to promote people to start set tripping on people again, right? When it comes to the Norteños going down south, but he's not willing to put in the work himself. You know what I'm saying? He might get offended, he might even react to this fucking video, which I don't really give a shit, right? I'm gonna be going on his bumper pretty soon anyways, because I gotta make a profile. And when it comes to old boy, man, apparently he is from a gang, right? From Looney's gang. But it has, and this is not to throw shots to that neighborhood, man. Shout outs to the Looney gang, right? But in all reality, man, it was told to me that it was pretty much a tagging gang, So old boy's over here trying to promote some shit, when in all reality, man, he was never really putting in no work. And I understand that down south, the taggers, they might get down here and there, G. But let's be real, man. When it comes to the gang banging, a lot of us ain't really picking up these cans, homie, to spray paint the walls. You know what I'm saying? That's why most of the time when you do see taggings, they look like shit. You know what I mean? I'll be real, man. I'll be like, man, what third fucking grader did that shit? You know what I'm saying? Get on his bumper. But yeah, man. So when it comes to this fool, man, I honestly don't like his push, and it's not because of some of the things he says or when he does reactions, or because, I mean, shit, shout out to Cholo Juan, man. Like I said, old boy didn't want to run that fade with him, So after I seen a couple things, I just didn't like his get down, bro. He to me, he's more of a fucking he's not a cell warrior, right? Because he's not in a cell, but we'll just give him the keyboard warrior, man. He's a keyboard warrior, right? And at the end of the day, man, this fool's a chump, and I feel that people shouldn't really listen to some of the shit that he says. On that music video, I honestly don't see nothing like that. Up north, there is a Sureños that make videos all the time, right? And I guarantee you that there has been Sureños from LA and other areas, bro, where they actually made videos up north as well. Maybe they just don't get pointed out at like all crazy. But when they make a video down south, especially if they're not banging, I would understand if there was like Rico Too Smooth or the whole little clica that they have, right? The Backpack Boys. If they would go make a diss song, right? Down south being like, oh, FS and all this other shit, right? That they tend to do up north, because up north they do be dissing the Sureños, but it's mostly to the ones that are in their area, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to down south, I haven't really seen videos like that. So I honestly don't know what this fool was smoking on when he made this video or this reaction. Pointing out the skirt. I mean, come on, bro. Even going as far as the corner of Skonka from the south, and that old boy snatched it up, and that the Sueños didn't do nothing. I mean, look, bro. Yeah, I don't get it, G. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. But I will be making profiles on, as a matter of fact, man, I got a good profile I'm going to be making, right? On a Porsche sider from my town that used to pick up the homie's sister. So stay tuned to see that video. And the person that I'm going to be speaking on is Rambo. Pinche Rambo de Watson. So ya sabes, carnal. We can expect your profile, G. But yeah, man, so with all that being said, gente, like I said, man, I think Blue Devil was seeing a little too extra. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, man. Do you agree with Blue Devil that Goldtoes is on a mission to take over the South? I mean, let's be real, man. A lot of Norteños don't really see Goldtoes as a Norteño figure like that. He is someone that does power moves and has helped out a lot of Norteño rappers, don't get me wrong. But he ain't out there in the trenches, homie. You know what I'm saying? They actually respect more of the ones that are in the pen. So with all that being said, gente, you guys let me know what you guys think, bro. Is old boy seeing too much, or is he actually seeing the future? Because if that's the case, we're gonna start smoking what he's smoking on, bro, because this fool's on a sick one, right? So with that being said, man, you guys let me know. So if you like the video, make sure to hit a thumbs up for your boy. Make sure to subscribe, hit that follow, hit that notification bell, right? In case we go live, so you don't miss out on anything, right? And if you honestly know what old boy is smoking on, because I honestly think it's Scante, and I know fools are gonna be like, bro, well, old boy's fat. How is that working, right? Well, maybe he's trying to lose weight, homie. Hey, we'll see what happens, right? So with all that being said, gente, thank you guys once again for your support and all that, man. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. We out.